The LSK CEO and Secretary Florence Muturi said the society believes the task force is unconstitutional, adding that its members would not take up any role in it. LSK argued that the mandate to audit public debt rests with the Office of the Attorney General. The LSK further noted their decision is also drawn from recent High Court decisions in a case that underscored the Auditor General's role in the public audit. LSK went on to discourage the upsurging of the constitutional powers of the Attorney General through executive powers and appeal to government to allow the Auditor General to perform her constitutional duties. With that story, the National Council of Churches of Kenya has urged for peace demonstrations, emphasizing the importance of non-violence given the recent violent protests. They call upon President William Ruto and stakeholders to address the grievances and expedite the appointment of IEBC commissioners to also be able to ensure justice in holding by-elections. The National Churches Council criticized the use of excessive force by the police to break up peaceful demonstrations and demands the unconditional release of arrested demonstrators. They stressed the need to integrate youth into governance and decision-making process within church leadership structures.
We would like to say that if they destroy this country, they will not have any other country to live on. We call upon His Excellency President William Ruto and concerned stakeholders to hear the cry of the people of Kenya and facilitate complete of the process to appoint of the IEBC commissioners. Kenyans must no longer be denied the justice of holding by-elections on account of lack of an electoral management body. On our part as Central Region, we are engaging the leadership structures of the churches to integrate the youth in governance and decision-making, and also the processes. Further, all the demonstrators who were arrested last week should be unconditionally released.
Let us not only remember their names, but also reflect in the impact of their actions. Their courage inspires us to continue to fight and stand for what is right, and never falter in our commitment to a better world. Let this flickering flame symbolize our unwavering solidarity in the determination. Let them guide us forward and strive to fulfill the aspiration held so dearly.
With that story, we move into Kirinyaga County. Kirinyaga County Women Representative Jen Njeri has clarified on why she voted no on the finance bill. After listening to the electorates, especially the young people, the Gen Z, Njeri requested other leaders to ensure that they engage in activities that positively impact young people because they are the future of the country. Speaking in Gishugo constituency, where she distributed bags and personal effects to formful candidates, Njeri added this proposed salary increments to the state officers at the moment is bad idea, saying some critical offices like clinical offices and interns have not been paid.
Mimi nimeona ya kwamba Gen Z wako na matatizo mengi sana, na tatizo ambalo linawazidi kabisa ni tatizo la kutopata kazi. Unakuta ya kwamba watoto wetu kweli wamesoma lakini hakuna kazi. Na mimi najua ya kwamba tulifanya ugatuzi ama devolution. Na devolution hakuna county yoyote ambayo inapewa chini ya 6 billion Kenya shillings. Kwa hivyo hata county governments tunafaa sasa hivi tuanze kufikiria vile tutaweza kuwa na kampuni ama manufacturing huku kwenye counties ili tuhakikishe ya kwamba pia sisi tunaweza kuunga serikali ya national government kwa kutengeneza employment opportunities. Manake unakuta watoto hawa wakisoma kama hawa wenye tumekuja kutembelea leo, kesho wataenda university alafu wakuja kule nje wakute ya kwamba hakuna kazi. Na watu wengi wanaenda pale Nairobi, lakini Nairobi kuko flooded already na hakuna employment opportunities. Kwa hivyo manake serikali za county ziko na pesa, wahakikisha kwamba hapa mashinani tunafanya manufacturing ili tukue na value addition ili watoto wetu wakimaliza shule wapate kazi. I'm just requesting and calling upon other leaders to ensure that they engage in activities that are impactful to the young people so that we bridge the gap of the young people feeling left behind by the leaders that they elect, because these candidates will be voters in 2027. And for us to be able to walk a journey with Gen Z, we have to start that conversation right now. They have to feel part and parcel of the leadership process, and they have to also feel engaged, and they also have to see the benefit of having leaders who care about their needs. Na mimi kama msimamizi wa kike Kirinyaga, mimi nilikuwa nimepiga no, manake nilikuwa nimewasikiza watu wangu na nilijua ya kwamba watu wangu wanaumia.
Member of Parliament Oscar Sudi, Member of Parliament Kapseret, has said that the Gen Z youth protests, which had continued for 3 consecutive weeks, had a hidden agenda to oust the government of President William Ruto. Sudi criticized that the damage to property which was carried out, stating that the protest was caused to lose their businesses, which were giving employment to hundreds of Kenyans. Sudi added that the government should carry out an immediate investigation to arrest those alleged to be the main sponsors of the protest. He further specified that the philanthropic acts of he who was going to the churches will not stop anytime soon. This comes on the backdrop of President William Ruto's order stopping all government leaders from attending harambes.
Mambo yalifanyika Kenya ilikuwa imepangwa. Walikuwa wanataka kuwithdraw government. Hiyo ilikuwa kuu. Walitumia tu watoto wetu kuwaweka mbele na civil societies kupanga hapo na wakora wengine ili wakora wale real wafike. Lakini mimi nashukuru Mungu tumetulia, na mimi naona hata Wakenya wameanza kurudi normal, hata Gen Z wenyewe wameanza kuelewa ya kwamba kando na sisi kama Gen Z kulikuwa na wakora wengi sana. Mkitaka mjue Kenya tuko mbele sana, tembea hapa West Africa. Tembea West Africa yote hii. Utarudi ukisaluti nchi yetu na utawahi fanya kitu ya mchezo. Kwa sababu wale watafanya kutumia watoto wetu. Serikali iko na mkono mrefu. Na tutawaambia mpaka majina kwanza ya wale viongozi. Especially baba nyumbani niko naongojea tu. Isiposema mimi ndio ndakuja kusema. Sawa, tumewithdraw finance bill. Itatugharimu tena kama Kenya bado. Lakini unachukua watu wengine pia kwenda kuvunja mali ya wenyewe. Nilishangaa sana kwanza kuchoma county kama ya Uasin Gishu. It's really embarrassing. Tunaonekana wajinga sana. Kwa sababu finance bill inaingia wapi na county? Finance bill inaingia wapi na kotini? Finance inaingilia wapi na parliament? Finance bill inaingilia wapi na biashara ya watu? Surely. Pale kwangu Timba sio vile watu wanasema tu ati ni club. Pale kuna maduka, kuna car wash, kuna pale pa kufanya service magari, kuna hoteli. Tumepoteza wafanyakazi walikuwa wanafanya kazi pale 220. 220 inamaanisha kama mtu ako na watu watatu ama watano. Hiyo ni kupoteza watu 600 wenye walikuwa wanategemea pale kukula. Lakini kwa sababu ya ujinga na furaha yako kusema lazima tuchome Timba ndio tu jamaa. Sasa mimi ungechoma Timba unafikiri utanikata mkono? Unafikiri utanisimamisha mimi Sudi? Halafu nasikia mtu anasema ati Sudi anatoa milioni 20 kwa kanisa. Sasa mimi nataka nitangaze ya kwamba kwa sababu hawa wenye wanataka hii kazi isimame, hata mimi nilikuwa nimechoka kidogo, wacha nisimamishe kwa miezi 6, wacha nifanye kazi ya barabara, ya basari, yangu ya CDF, hiyo ingine yote nimestop for 6 months, for 1 year, tuone kama kuna kitu tabadilika, ama muende mwambie hawa wenye walikuwa wanachochea wakuje waendelee na hiyo kazi.
And the Kenya National Qualification Authority and the State Department for Technical Vocational Education and Training have condemned and continued the use of certificate, especially in public offices. This was during the unveiling of the authority's 5-year strategic plan. To avert the crisis, part of the strategy is to develop a database on qualifications to be accessible by employers to rule out fake qualifications.
I still have pending court cases of the fake certificates, and there are many. And they are held by senior people in this country. Some of them are literally, I think, a security risk to me because they know what I know. They are aware of what I know. I don't know why they no longer summon me to court. Maybe they think now I am very important or I hold a very big office, so they don't call me to court anymore. But those cases are still pending, where I am supposed to defend certificates of Jomo Kenyatta University and say this one does not belong there.
Again, one of our key functions here is to ensure that we develop a database on qualifications. The authority through this plan is going to enhance the database on qualifications so that we have an integrated database whereby all employers are able to access your qualification in this country. And chief case, this is a very key area that is going to help to eliminate and root out fake qualifications in this country.
It is important that we also get to find a mechanism to recognize their skills and competencies so that we are able to facilitate smooth transition and integration into the host communities and also in their countries of origin upon return.
And well, with that story, we move into the public service sector. Principal Secretary Amos Gedeche has described the recent protest by the Gen Z as a wake-up call for the civil servants that he said must now reflect on how they serve the public. Gedeche said the public has made a statement and that they were not happy with the quality of service they were getting from the government, and added that the civil service must now go back to giving service with integrity and honesty. He was speaking at the Kenya School of Government's Embu's campus, where he presided over graduation of two groups who had concluded with their respective courses in social development and strategic development program at the school's campus.
As the Council of the Kenya School of Government are committed to doing what we can in terms of the mandate of the KSG as is contained in the Act and in accordance with various government policies, including Vision 2030, of which the school is a pillar, so that we can achieve that mandate of empowering the public service.
Tuko na imani na wafanyikazi wa serikali wamekuwa wakifanya kazi yao vile inafaa, lakini tumeona Gen Z wameamuka, wanasema kuna yale mambo ambaye haifanyiki vile inafaa. Kwa hivyo serikali imewaambia kujeni tuongee basi tujue ni mambo gani haya ambaye mnaona ambaye haiendi sambamba. Na bado mikutano haijafanyika. Serikali tungali tunawatarajia wakuje ndio tufanye hiyo mikutano ndio tuelewane, kwa sababu ikiwa mtu ana complaint ni vizuri kusikia ni nini nafanya alalamike, na hapo ndio tunafikiria ya kwamba yale mambo ambaye yako sio mambo magumu ambaye serikali hawezi tatua, ni mambo ambaye itatatulika, na ndio tunayawaita mikutano ile tumewaita. Mfanyikazi wa serikali wowote amepata hiyo kazi ndio ahudumie wananchi, hana kazi nyingine anatakana afanye, na mwananchi akija ako na haki ya kupata ile huduma, na ndio tunasema kwa Huduma Center ya kwamba huduma bora ni haki yako. Ni kweli kumekuwa na hiyo tatizo, lakini sio kubwa vile ilikuwa inasemekana, na serikali ilitoa mwelekeo ya kwamba wafanyikazi wa serikali wote ambao wamepeana vyeti vyao wakati walikuwa wanaajiriwa, hizo vyeti ziangaliwe. Na tumekuwa tukiandikia Kenya National Examination Council, tumekuwa tukiandikia vyuo vikuu, na wamekuwa wakitupatia majibu ni cheti gani ambaye ni mzuri na ambaye ni mbaya.
Well, and with that story, we take a short commercial break just to catch a breather, and we'll be right back after this commercial break.
You are watching EBN TV, transforming your world. world.
Are you craving something sweet to brighten up your occasion? Look no further. Juliet Occasion Cakes and Bakers Limited has got you covered. Discover a world of delectable treats that will satisfy all your needs. We take pride in our from-the-scratch recipe and time-honored baking techniques passed down through generation. Indulge in the sweetness of life with our delectable occasion cakes, from elegant multi-tiered wedding cakes adorned with lifelike sugar flowers and delicate piping, to whimsical kids' birthday cakes in the shape of their liking. Our handcrafted creations will make every moment memorable. Birthday cakes, corporate cakes, graduation cakes, wedding cakes, baby shower cakes, holiday cakes, bridal shower cakes. For orders, you can call or WhatsApp us on 0725 038 177. Juliet Occasion Cakes and Bakers Limited, aspiring to make your satisfaction our topmost priority. Are you an architect, engineer, designer, or a creator looking to take your projects to new heights with the most powerful and innovative design software on the market? Cardline Limited has got you covered. We are an authorized Autodesk partner in Kenya. We offer our customers a wide range of Autodesk software which cut across construction, manufacturing, product design, and general engineering drafting services. We also offer software training to help you make your design exceptional by learning AutoCAD, Autodesk Civil 3D, and Autodesk Revit. We help you improve your skills in MS Office applications through tailored and in-depth training for Word, Excel, MS Project, and PowerPoint, including proficiency in internet and email. For training, you can come to us or we can come to you. We also provide printing, scanning, and general cyber services at friendly fees. Partner with Cardline Limited today and experience the power of Autodesk software firsthand. Visit our website at www.cardline.co.ke to learn more about our special pricing for new customers, or call us through 0719 222 946. You can also email us through info@cardline.co.ke or visit us at Blessed Hope Center, Rabai Road, Buruburu. Cardline Limited, building skills, shaping careers. EBN TV cares about the growth of your business. To advertise with us, call 0725 386 501 or 0740 653 453. EBN TV, transforming your world.
You are watching EBN TV, transforming your world.
Well, that was quite a breather. And now Prime Cabinet Secretary and Cabinet Secretary for Foreign Affairs and Diaspora Affairs, Musalia Mudavadi, has urged East African Community member states to track regional integration and also address the pressing needs of the regional's youthful population. Speaking at the EACC Minister Retreat in Zanzibar, Mr. Mudavadi underscored the importance of digital age, civic engagement, and adaptive governance to meet evolving expectations of the youth, who constitute about 70% of Africa's population. Reflecting on Kenya's constitutional provision and recent civic engagement through digital platforms, Mr. Mudavadi underscored the transformative power of technology in fostering civic dialogue and accountability. He also emphasized the importance of all states embracing dialogue as a cornerstone for addressing and aspirations and challenges of the region.
Dans ce beau cadre. Sans oublier, nos remerciements aussi s'en vont à l'EAC.
On peace and security, I wish to recall that the Treaty for the Establishment of the East African Community and its protocols commits all partner states to the promotion of peace, security, stability, and good neighborliness. We want to reiterate Kenya's steadfast commitment to peace and stability in the region, both in word and deed. I wish to further reiterate the importance of peace, security, and political stability for economic development and the welfare of all East African community citizens. We welcome proposals to strengthen the peace and security architecture for the East African region.
This ministerial retreat is scheduled to consider two principal agenda items: the state of peace, security, and partner-state relations, and the state of integration process. Beyond these issues, the report of the chairperson of the Summit of EAC Heads of State on his high-level consultation as directed by the 23rd Extraordinary Summit shall be considered.
The objective of this retreat really is to make our families stronger, is to make EAC functions better. Tanzania, as a founding partner, is committed to the success of the East African community. We have been directed by our leaders to meet here in Zanzibar for this retreat. We have a very serious mandate and very serious business to conduct in the next 3 days.
Lord, we've come to speak peace, they've come to speak unity.
Well, with that story, we're still on the East African community. The Council of Ministers have urged us to fast-track the adoption of Swahili as the official language of the bloc to deepen integration. More than 300 Kiswahili professionals have converged in Mombasa for a 2-day International East African Swahili Commission conference that is deemed ahead of the commemoration of World Swahili Day on Sunday, 7th July. The United Nations Educational, Scientific and Cultural Organization and its 41st General Conference declared 7th July as the Swahili Day. According to UNESCO, Swahili is one of the 10 most widely spoken languages in the world, with at least 230 million users. Article 1919 of the EACC retreat says partner states shall promote development and promotion of indigenous languages, especially Swahili as a lingua franca for the region.
Kiswahili hivi sasa tunakizungumza tu, but si lugha rasmi ambayo inatambulika katika Jumuiya ya Afrika Mashariki. Hivyo basi, katika yale matokeo ama yale ambao tutatoka nayo katika kongamano hili, nataka tutoe mojawapo liwe ni kuhakikisha ya kwamba tumewahimiza baraza la mawaziri la Jumuiya ya Afrika Mashariki kuhakikisha ya kwamba tunaweka sahihi ule mkataba ama ile treaty ambayo itawezesha tuwe na Kiswahili kama lugha rasmi ya Jumuiya Afrika Mashariki.
Sasa hivi baraza la mawaziri wameshatamka. Kwa hiyo inatakiwa sasa hivi baraza la mawaziri na wanashauri wakuu wa serikali, Secretary Council ya Legal and Judicial Affairs ambayo imeundwa na wanashauri wa serikali wa nchi zote, wafanye mkataba warekebishe ili waweze kuepuka na kesi ambazo sio za lazima. Kwa hiyo mpaka dakika hii kisheria Kiswahili sio lugha rasmi. Kwa sababu katika mkataba wa Jumuiya ya Afrika Mashariki Kiswahili ni lingua franca. Kwa hiyo ni lugha ambayo inaweza kuzungumziwa, lakini mpaka dakika hii Kiingereza ndio lugha rasmi.
Kuna shida moja kwamba ikiwa sheria imetungwa kwa Kiingereza, basi ina maana kwamba itajadiliwa kwa Kiingereza na itatoka kwa Kiingereza, hatimaye itatiwa saini kwa Kiingereza na itatekelezwa kwa Kiingereza. Kwa hivyo kinachotakikana kwa hivi sasa kama jambo la dharura ni kwamba sheria zianze kutungwa kwa Kiswahili. Zianze kutungwa kwa Kiswahili, ziingie bungeni kwa Kiswahili ili ziweze kuidhinishwa na ziweze kutekelezwa kupitia lugha ya Kiswahili.
Changamoto ambayo tulionao ni Sheng, lugha ya vijana, lugha mtaani. na shida yetu kubwa ni kwamba ikiwa tutazungumza lugha ya mtaani, basi Kiswahili kile sanifu kitaweza kuathiriwa, lakini hiyo si shida kubwa, kwa sababu vijana pia huwezi kuwakataza ule mfumo wao wa lugha. Ni tu tujue kwamba wao wanazungumza maana lugha za mtaani, lugha za miji mikuu, lakini pia kuna lugha sanifu. Wakisha kujua hivyo, nafikiri tutaweza kuiana.
And with that story, the Global Fund HIV grant program managed by the Kenya Red Cross has made significant strides in HIV prevention in Kilifi over the past 3 years. As the program comes to a close, partners are celebrating the notable reduction in HIV prevalence, which has dropped from 4% 3 years about to go to 2.5% this year. Kenya Red Cross Regional Program Coordinator Salim Ahmed highlighted the program's achievements in a press briefing as partners celebrated this milestone. He emphasized that the initiative targeted specific high-risk groups in line with the Kenya's AIDS strategic framework's goals, which included reducing HIV prevalence and mortality rates and combating stigma and discrimination.
And we have adopted the goals and objectives, which includes reduction of HIV prevalence, a reduction of mortality, and also issues of stigma and discrimination among the subpopulation. So we are working with a variety of people, including people living with HIV/AIDS, adolescent and young people. We are working with mothers who are HIV positive, so that we can also prevent their babies from getting infected. We are working with discordant couples, people who are in relationships, but one person is negative, another one is positive. So we're working with men in high-risk settings. We are also working with other vulnerable populations, including key populations. And this project, this particular cycle started in July 2021 and it's ending June this year, 2024. There's really great improvements. You could see even the county saying, the incidence rate has gone down. In some cohorts is still high, but generally there's some improvements. PMTCT, prevention of mother-to-child transmission, has gone down. You remember the county person also saying the county of Kilifi has even been awarded for the good work they did. So I think all this is because of the contributions that our organizations that have been working in Kilifi County.
On matters health, the Ministry of Health has launched the National School Deworming Campaign aimed at deworming more than 6 million school-going children aged between the ages of 2 to 14 years old. The campaign, which was launched in Kirinyaga, has seen 28,000 primary school and secondary school teachers from 16 counties trained on how to administer the deworming tablets for proper effectiveness and deal with the probable side effects. According to health officials, the ministry has preferred to use the school infrastructure as a medium of administering the deworming tablets to reach more children.
And that in those particular areas that we have these issues, we most probably there are those particular soil helminths or worms that need to be eliminated.
We know very well, as science has proven, they have deleterious effects or quite serious effects on that particular population, and I'm happy as a nation we have made a lot of progress. We have been able to move from a prevalence of over 30% now to just 5%. Lakini it is important that I specify that this 5% is not uniform, and you may find there are some counties or some populations that are heavily burdened by these ones with quite high prevalence of upwards of 40%, and that's why you find for this national event, as a ministry, we are covering the high burden counties nationally.
We are here for the national launch of the deworming program, school-based deworming program, which is happening in 16 counties of this country, which have a high burden of worms.
And basically, our slogan is kwa afya na elimu bora, tuangamize minyoo. And we believe through schools we can be able to change our populace to embrace those very, very behavior, the sort of behavior that was geared towards eradicating minyoo or worms amongst our population, especially the children who are the backbone of this country and the future of society. I want to hail the partnership, the Ministry of Health, who offer technical support in terms of the treatment or the drugs themselves. The Ministry of Education, through which we are writing the agenda through the schools, and therefore to embrace the partnership of Ministry of Health. Of course, the county government, where the health is enshrined in terms of devolution. And of course, partners like KEMRI and Evidence Action, prominently presented here by Mr. Owago.
With that story, the Kenya Meteorological Department has issued a weather advisory for the weekend and early next week. In a statement on Saturday, the weatherman said Kenya should expect rainfall in some parts of the country. According to Kenya Met, rainfall is expected over highland west of Rift Valley, the Lake Basin region, Rift Valley, and northwestern Kenya. Counties in the region set to receive rainfall include Nyandarua, Laikipia, Nyeri, Kirinyaga, Murang'a, Kiambu, Tharaka Nithi, and Nairobi. Other counties are Trans Nzoia, Turkana, Baringo, Marakwet, West Pokot, Kericho, Nandi, Samburu, Laikipia, Narok, and Kajiado counties will receive rainfall of up to 15 millimeters. Parts of Nairobi will also experience a rainfall of up to 15 millimeters over the weekend. We switch gears into sports. First lot of Kenya's athletes with this year's Paris Olympics will leave the fall pre-competition camp in Miramas, south part of France on Monday, the 8th of July. The Kenya Rugby Sevens will be the first to depart, followed by other disciplines, including Malaika Strikers 2 days later. The Olympic Games will be held from July 26th to August 11th, and the Paralympics from 28th of August to September 8th. Kenya will be represented by 90 athletes at the Olympics and 11 at the Paralympics. We wish our boys and girls the very best in the coming up Olympics. And that brings us to the end of this particular segment of ABN Weekend. I would really love to say a big thank you to everyone who's made this particular transmission a success, beginning with my cameraman Alan and Moses back in the TX. We say a big thank you for everyone that has put up our scripts. Thank you very much. You who's been watching us from home, Vugutsabe Road, thank you so much for tuning in. Ayana Malin, the Sheriff always supporting the hustle, the entire Innovex team. Good night.